Good evening, and welcome to the 2026 MMA Senior Banquet. I am Rodrigo Perea, and I am honored to be your MC for tonight. Before we begin, I would like to introduce some of the VIPs who are attending tonight. Brigadier General Richard V. Geraci, United States Army retired, President of Missouri Military Academy. Mr. Dean Davidson, MMA class of 1978, member of the Board of Trustees and tomorrow's commencement speaker. Commandant of Cadets, Colonel Timothy Baer, United States Army retired. Academic Dean, Ms. Elizabeth Clement. Senior Army Instructor, Major Wayne Wielander, U.S. Army retired. Colonel Dana Rayner, U.S. Army retired, former MMA employee. The Alumni Association President, Mr. Gerald McGee, class of 1997, and his wife, Jennifer. The class of 2026 will soon pass to the Arch of Sabers for the last time. As they are introduced, Missouri Military Academy President, Brigadier General Richard V. Geraci, we congratulate them. Colonel Timothy Baer, Commandant of MMA, will present each senior with his final commission. The MMA Alumni Association President, Mr. Gerald McGee, will present them with the membership card, which entitles each senior to 2 years of Alumni Association dues free of charge. Also, just to make everyone aware, our MMA photographer, Mr. Matt Jackson, is here taking photographs that will be shared with you. Please try to stay behind Mr. Jackson so that he doesn't miss any photo opportunities. And now, the 137 Corps of Cadets in our 2026 graduating class. Gustavo Granados Zaragoza, private. St. Clair's, Oxford, UK, business. Deontay Kearns, private. Norwich University, criminal justice. Daniel Martinez, private, University of Arizona, logistics. Mason Quarles, private, Missouri Southern State University, firefighter. Janos Shalemba, private, New York Institute of Technology, computer science. Christopher Song, private, Purdue University, aerospace engineering. Ángel Gerardo Zamudio Monzón, private, Grand Canyon University, entrepreneurship, business. Dominic Roberts, private second class, Dark Horse Institute, music production. Glauco Iwakami, private first class, accepted to Miami-Dade and South Florida College, computer science. Hong Bao No, private first class, Houston City College, nursing. Hai Dean, corporal, Dallas College, automotive engineering. Orgil Enkman, corporal, University of Melbourne, Australia, commerce major in finance. Nguyen Minh Duc Ho, corporal, North Park University, mechanical engineering. Hugh Tai, corporal, Rochester Institute of Technology, computer science. Nicholas Kabalenka, sergeant, University of Colorado Boulder, architecture engineering. Hung Lee, sergeant, Pima Community College, computer science. Jesus Robinson, sergeant, Triton College, culinary arts. Li Yi Shan, sergeant, Chinese Air Force, enlist. Robert Shepard, sergeant, U.S. Army. Ho Co Tran, sergeant, Vietnamese Young Scholars Society. He Shun Xiao, sergeant, Ohio State University, mechanical engineering. Laureano Amaro Carrillo, Staff Sergeant, Universidad La Salle, Mexico, Accounting and Finance. Benjamin Bryant, Staff Sergeant, Greenville University, Herbology. Alejandro Isa Muñoz, Staff Sergeant, Universidad Iberoamericana, Business, minor in Psychology. Alexander Jones, Staff Sergeant, Norwich University, Cybersecurity. Raymond McDonald, Staff Sergeant, EMT, Firefighter. Daniel Vázquez Guajardo, Staff Sergeant, University of Texas at San Antonio, Architecture. Wang Dang, Sergeant First Class, Seattle Pacific University, Aeronautical Engineering. Bryce McElwain, Master Sergeant, Illinois State University, Marketing. Emilio 24 Pérez Ojeda, Master Sergeant, Arizona State University, Business. Beckett Sears, First Sergeant, Embry-Riddle Aeronautical University, Aeronautical Science. Luis Manuel Rey Romo, Battalion Sergeant Major, Universidad Panamericana, Law School. Ian Arredondo, Second Lieutenant, International Study Institute, Japanese Language School. Mark Curley, Second Lieutenant, U.S. Marine Corps. Lucas Joyner, Second Lieutenant, St. Louis Fire Academy, Firefighter. Caden Sparrow, Second Lieutenant, Southern Illinois University, Mechanical Engineering. Tutbileg Bolbatar, First Lieutenant, Centennial College, Aviation. Mateo Eaton Villarreal, First Lieutenant, Arizona State University, International Business. Ulyss Gordon Jr., First Lieutenant, Truman State University, Physics. Jeremiah Senti, First Lieutenant, U.S. Air Force Aircraft Maintenance. Liam Woolery, First Lieutenant, College of the Ozarks, Chaplain. Aiden Beto, Captain, University of Oklahoma, Business Management. Eric Bond, Captain, Texas A&M University, Kinesiology. Clayton Reich, Captain, Embry-Riddle Aeronautical University, Aeronautical Science. Jacob Stallone, Captain, Centre International de Studies France, Music. John Tripp Jr., Captain, U.S. Military Academy at West Point Preparatory School, Aerospace Engineering. Fernando Velázquez Pols, Captain, Arizona State University, Finance. Dwayne Thompson, Major, Southeast Missouri State University, Business Administration and Finance. River Punab Mitchell, Lieutenant Colonel, Liberty University, History. Ladies and gentlemen, a big round of applause for the class of 2026. Ladies and gentlemen, please rise for the invocation, which will be delivered by Senior Class Historian, Cadet John Tripp.
Let us pray. Loving and gracious God, we thank you for all you give us, the food we eat, the lives we live, our family and friends. Pour out your blessings on all of us gathered here, on this food, and on the hands that prepared it. May it strengthen us to do your work in your world. Amen.
Thank you, Cadet Tripp. Now, I would like you to introduce the Senior Class President, Cadet Dwayne Thompson.
I'd like to invite everyone to please join me for a few toasts. I direct your attention to your programs. The proper responses to the toasts are listed on the back of the program. Everyone, please raise your glasses as the 2026 Battalion Commander, River Punab Mitchell, proposes a toast.
I propose a toast to Missouri Military Academy.
Our class agents, Cadet Clayton Reich and Cadet Huang Dang, will now propose a toast. Missouri Military Academy President, Brigadier General Richard V. Geraci, will now propose a toast.
I propose a toast to the class of 2026.
Class of 2026.
Thank you for those wonderful toasts. As you can see, we have two buffet lines, one on each side on the room. Now, we'd like to invite General Geraci and the guests at his table to start the buffet line for us, followed by tables 3, 4, and 1. When you and the guests at your tables are ready to go through the buffet line, we invite you to join the line closest to your seat. We like the tables to proceed in numerical order, 5, 6, 7, and so forth. We hope you enjoy the lovely meal that Sage Dining has prepared this evening. As you enjoy your dinner, please take a moment to watch the senior video created by Senior Cadet Senti. Ladies and gentlemen, thank you for joining us for the 42nd Annual Senior Banquet honoring the class of 2026. I am honored to ask for a round of applause for a special group of people, the Missouri Military Academy faculty and staff, who are more than teachers and employees. They are mentors, they are friends, and they are family to all of the cadets. Let's give them a round of applause to show our appreciation for everything they do for our cadets. Will Cadet Deontay Kearns, Quang Dang, Fernando Velasquez, and Orgil Engman please come to the podium? And then I'll come back, okay? So after you're done, you say this, and then you step out, and I'll come in. Okay? I just hold the thing right.
When do I speak? Right now? General Geraci, would you please join us at the podium? Oh, what's up, sir? Sir, in appreciation for everything MMA has given us during our time here, we wanted to give something back. On behalf of the senior class, it is our honor to present our senior class gift to Missouri Military Academy. This check for $2,952.55 will be funding improvements to the Centennial Gymtorium weight room.
Now, please welcome Cadet Thompson, who will present the 2026 Class Chronicle.
Good evening, everyone, faculty, staff, families, and members of the class of 2026. I want to start by thanking everyone here. It doesn't matter who you are, you've helped every single one of the seniors, and we can't thank you enough for that. And to my brothers, this night is for us, our last night together before we part our ways and have successful lives. And all I want to say is thank you for staying there with me through all the highs and all the Dursteins. When I think about our time at Missouri Military Academy, the first thing that comes to my mind is not formations, inspections, or even the long days. It is the people. Over the years, this class has become more than just a group of cadets. We became a brotherhood made up of some of the funniest, strangest, most talented, and most unforgettable personalities you could put in a room. Some of us stood out the moment you met us. Omaro, he's the biggest and the sweetest guy you could ever meet, and somehow has a size 13 ring. Gordon is another big guy, and he has an even bigger smile, always happy and always enjoying the people around him. Reich is, for some odd reason, just built like a tank. Sears, he always carries main character energy and will 100% strike you out. And if you ever needed proof that athletic ability comes in all forms, Fernando Puebla could show up and he'd be good at anything you put in front of him. Of course, no class would be complete without the people that kept everyone laughing. Bond could go from being the funniest person in the room to the angriest in a matter of seconds. 1 minute he's running around looking for food, and the next he's yelling because Tripp threw an egg at his door. Granados made sure the class was never too quiet. And Sparrow always had the funniest videos and still somehow found time to throw things across the field house while we were being searched. Ty 100% would mogwalk you. Tran was a different person, but in the best ways possible. And he likes skipping under his bed. Then there were the quiet ones, the people who did not say much but were impossible not to appreciate. Bryant was one of those people. He was always calm and relaxed. Cadets Jones and Shepard, they always kept to themselves, but you always knew when they were there. Lee was another quiet cadet, but he was incredibly smart and one of the best waiters. Reyes couldn't be with us tonight due to state tennis, but he was another very quiet cadet, but he let his tennis skills do all the talking. Some people weren't unforgettable because they always seemed to be involved with something. Martinez, he was always doing something, even if it was rarely the right thing. Shan somehow appeared anytime there was trouble. And Issa was AWOL 100% of the time. But when he showed up, things became a lot more interesting. Cadet No, he was gone for surgery, so we didn't see much of him this year, but we never forgot him. Our class also has some truly unique characters, like Joyner and McDonald, who are our proud pony princesses, with Joyner always finding a way to upset Garrison Sergeant Major Mott. Kavalenka could always turn a conversation into how he's about how he's Russian or how he's from Florida. Arredondo, you would always see him walking around on his tippy toes talking about something random. Cornball Corley was constantly doing the corniest things imaginable and somehow making them funny every single time. Just don't let him too close to your dog. We also had some people whose talents and quirks made them impossible to replace. Song always had the best movies and show recommendations. Senti, our marketing intern, always took best pictures of everyone. Stallone, he was just a great trumpet player and had a very strange laugh. Den was 100% the best waiter in the Corps. Ho was just one of those people who knew how to do a little bit of everything. Friendships was at the center of the class. Eaton was a great friend, even though he couldn't do anything because he decided to break his knee. Kearns is a great friend, and he taught us all that one decision doesn't determine your future. Zhao is just a laid-back submarine kid. Inkman is always nearby, content and ready with the joke, even if his MP duties were often questionable. Iwakami didn't understand any English, but he always tried his best to listen. Deng was one of the kindest people you could ever meet, though his snoring could wake you up every single night. And then there were the friendships that have lasted through everything. John Tripp is someone I've known for 4 years now and is probably my best friend here. He has a great personality and is oddly talented at hacky sack. And don't forget, he's a West Point candidate. Luis Ray, one of the funniest people I've ever met, and somehow found a way to get into the gym through the air ducts. Shout out, Mr. Kulas. Emilio Perez was usually found skipping Vespers in the bathroom. Roberts had a gift for making people mad, but was also one of the most laid-back people you could meet. Some of our classmates could not be here tonight, like Cadet Deerstein. We could always count on Cadet Deerstein with getting caught with something or being in trouble. Next, we got Punab, Big Cheese. He taught us to never touch his protein shake. Never touch his protein shake. And he will do well. Woolery never let us forget about how he paid $40,000 for this experience, but he always made the best of it. J. Mike reminded us to enjoy the moment and that he also has a very cool dad. Looking around tonight, it is impossible not to realize how much each of these personalities shaped our experience. We were loud and quiet, disciplined, chaotic, serious, and ridiculous. We made each other laugh, drove each other crazy, and stood by one another through every challenge. Together, we created something that was bigger than any of us. This class has been through inspections, formations, late nights, bad decisions, and enough stress to qualify as a deployment. But even through all the hardships, we got through it, and we made the best of it. Not because we were perfect, clearly not, but because we kept showing up, kept moving forward, and somehow managed to survive each other. We came in as cadets, and we leave as a class that can say we endured it all. The pressure, the rules, the yelling, the exhaustion, and each other. We have now grown into young men, and I want to challenge each of you to go out there after graduation and be your absolute best. And like our old man tells us, don't get lazy man's disease.
Thank you, Cadet Thompson, for presenting the Senior Class Chronicle. I am truly honored to introduce our speaker this evening. Please help me welcome our MMA President, Brigadier General Richard V. Geraci, United States retired.
Before I get started with my remarks, I wanted to give everybody an update. Many of you know that our math and music teacher, Stephen Maziarz, had an accident. And yesterday, he had an accident. He fell down a couple times, and he had surgery on his wrist and one of his legs. And Melissa Miller, our director for HR, talked to him about an hour or two ago, and he wanted me to express his disappointment that he could not be here this evening and will miss commencement tomorrow. And he wanted to make sure that everyone here, especially our seniors, knew that he was thinking about you and wished you the best of luck. And we'll keep everybody updated on how Stephen is doing, but I just thought it was really important to share that with you. MMA trustee Dean Davison, Jared McGee, president of the Alumni Board of Directors, staff and faculty, families and friends, and most importantly, our graduating seniors. It is an honor to speak this evening at Missouri Military Academy's traditional senior banquet. I'd like to begin my remarks by recognizing our wonderful faculty, company leadership advisors, and coaches. They have played a significant part in guiding our seniors to this important milestone in their lives. Through their active involvement and personal care in and outside the classroom, this team of professionals have helped our graduates take command of their futures through the pursuit of academic, athletic, and leadership excellence. To our parents, grandparents, and families, thank you for being steadfast partners supporting our staff and faculty, and for allowing us to be part of your cadets' growth and transformation. You have given your cadet a tremendous gift by investing in his education at MMA. You have and will continue to get a great return from your investment and personal sacrifice. Since 1889, families and young men have chosen MMA for its rich academic, athletic, and military traditions. They have chosen MMA for its military educational model, consisting of a structured environment requiring self-discipline, personal responsibility, and accountability. This educational model concentrates on development of the whole person, providing a 360-degree education. We have high expectations with proven results. The experience at MMA will give our graduates a competitive advantage over their peers. To our graduating seniors, during your entire time at MMA, we have emphasized and discussed the importance of standards. High standards are a point of reference for excellence. No matter where you go from here, make sure you know the organization's standards. Live by those standards. Help your friends and coworkers who are having trouble meeting the standards. Respect and keep each other safe, and always expect to be held accountable. Never compromise your personal standards. Be responsible for your own self-determination and be the best at whatever you choose to be. I challenge you to be an example for your brothers and sisters, your family, your friends, and all that you come in contact with. As you leave MMA, establish new personal standards and goals for yourself. I want to offer you the same advice I have given many graduates based on my personal experience. It is through serving others in some capacity that you have the greatest chance of finding happiness, success, and peace. Our best leaders seek to serve others. All of you have the capacity to be that type of servant leader. The secret is building and maintaining trust with your superiors, your peers, and your subordinates. I believe the best compliment you can receive as a leader is when the folks you work with, or your subordinates, or your boss state, "We," or "I trust you." The best compliment a leader can receive. You graduate tomorrow with more than a high school diploma. You have MMA's core values as a solid foundation to guide you in your life's journey. You are equipped with the ability to set goals for yourself, overcome adversity, and the power of self-discipline, and the MMA brotherhood, a bond of love and trust that will keep you connected and supporting each other for the rest of your lives. Your graduation from MMA is a significant benchmark as you take command of your future. I am tremendously proud of you and confident in your ability to achieve every goal you set for yourself. Best of luck to all of you. Thank you.
Thank you, sir. Now, please help me welcome Major Wielander and Colonel Bear, who will present the Military JROTC Awards. The American Legion Award for Scholastic Excellence is awarded to a senior who is in the top 10% of his class in academic subject, has the second highest GPA, is in the top 25% of JROTC subjects, and has also been an active participant in student activities and demonstrated leadership. This award goes to Cadet Puna Mitchell. Our next award is the Master Sergeant Billy Crawford Memorial Award. Master Sergeant Crawford was an MMA JROTC staff member killed in Vietnam who was cited for bravery. This award is given to a senior cadet who has demonstrated bravery, leadership, and military courtesy. This award goes to Cadet Lucas Joyner. Next up is the Non-Commissioned Officers Association Award for JROTC. It is given to an outstanding non-commissioned officer in the Corps who demonstrates the best military bearing, appearance, deportment, and leadership. This award goes to Cadet Luis Manuel Rey. Our next award is the Association of United States Army Leadership and Academic Achievement Award, which recognizes the senior cadet officer who has scored highest on this year's ACT SAT. This award goes to Cadet Christopher Song. And our last JROTC award of this evening is the Reserve Officer Association Award. It is presented annually to an outstanding fourth-year cadet for military and academic achievement. It recognizes leadership qualities, a positive attitude, and a high personal and ethical standards. The recipient typically ranks in the top 10% of her class. This award goes to Cadet Wang Dang. Thank you, Colonel Bear and Major Wielander. Now, let's welcome General Geraci, who will present several prestigious awards to a few outstanding members of the class of 2026. An influential business leader in Mexico, Missouri, supporter of the Academy and former member of the MMA board, William S. Lowe, served as president and CEO of AP Greens Industries. The William S. Lowe Award is presented to the senior showing the greatest all-around development over his tenure as a cadet. This year's recipient is Cadet Punab Mitchell. The class of 1984 plaque for the Unheralded Leader Award is given to a senior cadet who is not an officer, but is respected by his classmates and is considered an instrumental part of pulling the class together. This year's award goes to Cadet Wang Dang. The Richard Cooper Class of 1982 plaque goes to the senior with the longest unbroken tenure as a cadet. This award is named after Richard Cooper, who was an 8-year cadet. This year, the award is presented to Cadet Dwayne Thompson. And finally, the 2026 Alumni Award, which goes to the senior who has been selected by their classmates as the cadet most likely to succeed. This year award goes to Cadet Deontay Kearns. Gentlemen, congratulations on your achievements. Now, will everyone please join while Cadets Stallone, Bryant, Robinson, Joyner, and Puna Mitchell lead us into singing Old MMA. The words are printed on the back of your program. You may be seated. It has been my pleasure to serve as your MC tonight. I sincerely hope that everyone has enjoyed this evening and is looking forward to tomorrow's commencement and final formation. We will see everyone here in Centennial Gymtorium tomorrow morning for commencement at 10 a.m. Thank you and good night.